Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about a few important valuable points I think you need to understand about variable annuities and how they fit in your plan and really how to analyze them to see if they're appropriate for you. So one of the main purposes of an annuity in general is a tax shelter. So when you're taking a look, does the variable annuity provide a tax shelter? So if you're already in an IRA or any type of qualified account, a Roth IRA, 403B, then really the annuity is not going to create an additional tax shelter. So what's the purpose of the annuity? Oftentimes, it's going to be for some sort of lifetime income guarantee. So what you're going to want to do is understand how valuable is that guarantee, and is it worth the additional fees and the investment restrictions that come across with that. And so many variable annuities, their main downside, because people add these income riders that sound very fancy and sound like, hey, I'm going to get 6 or 7% guaranteed, or the market, whatever's better. There's a few main issues that I see with this approach. Mainly, well, one, it's not really earning 6 or 7%. Right? It's really every year you lose 100% in income. It's increasing by 6 or 7% using actuary tables. So really, when you test that for the true rate of return, it's going to be anywhere from 2 to 4% at the maximum. So that's one thing. And then two, they do make it seem like, yeah, you could just be in the stock market, 100% stocks, but typically they're going to come across with some investment limitations there. So it's important to analyze that and see what are the investment limitations. Now, oftentimes they're going to make sure that you have to be 40, 50% in bonds. Okay? With interest rates at record lows right now, let's say your bond portfolio averages 2-3% in fixed income interest. Well, if your fees are 3.5 to 4%, which many variable annuities with income riders are, that means you have 50% of the account that's earning zero or potentially even negative interest. So you have to understand that and see if you feel comfortable with that and if that's really going to allow you to get to your goals. So that's really the most important thing. If you have 50 to 60% of your account earning zero interest, it could still look like you're doing okay because the stock market's doing pretty well. It's like dragging, the stock market is really like the horse, but you still have 50, 60% that's earning 0%. So understanding that, seeing through, understanding all the fees, seeing how valuable those fees are, because it might be better to really just have a diversified portfolio with some bonds in there, which we'll talk about a little bit later on how to produce a nice risk-adjusted return and how to manage risk in retirement. But I hope that helped you with variable annuities. Until next time.